Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So I think you guys are ready for a new lesson. Okay, so in last previous lesson we have learned about subject-verb agreement. But this time we are going to explore more about subject-verb agreement, but one is intervening prepositional phrases. Let's go. Okay, sometimes when we have prepositional phrases in our sentences, sometimes it's tricky to identify the true subject of a sentence, and then we make some mistake like we let the noun within the prepositional phrase influence the verb, and that can lead to a mismatch. So to avoid that, I have some tips. And first, we need to identify the subject. So it means you have to ignore any phrases that start with a preposition like of, in, on, with, for. Any preposition, you ignore that and then you just focus on the main subject of the sentence. Then you can match the verb to the subject correctly. So here you have to match the main subject but not with the noun in the prepositional phrase we have already ignored. So let's see some examples. Here we have a sentence. The bouquet of roses is beautiful. So everyone, do you remember the tips? We have an intervening prepositional phrase here is of roses. So we have to ignore that, of roses. Then we have the main subject to focus, the bouquet, the bouquet. Okay, everyone, the bouquet is singular. So here, when we find the verb too much, we have is. Is matching with the bouquet, not with of roses. Next one. The students in the class were excited. Okay, everyone, again, we have a prepositional phrase intervening. Okay, we are going to ignore a phrase that's starting with a preposition in the class. So in the class we ignore and then we have the students. The students, that's the main subject, which is also plural. That's why we use W-E-R-E well to match with the main subject. The students in the class were excited. We use were to match with the students, not with in the class. Okay, let's see more. The book on the shelves belongs to Sarah. Okay, everyone, I think it's a bit tricky. But don't worry, we have a tip. We have to ignore the phrase that's starting with a preposition, right? So it's on the shelves. On the shelves, we ignore that, and after that, we have the book to focus as the main subject. The book, singular, so we have to match with belongs, not belong, right? Finally, we got the book on the shelves belongs to Sarah. Okay, now I think you're ready to do some exercises together with me. Here, number one, the bag of apples cost $5. Okay, everyone. Okay, we have to ignore prepositional phrase of apples. Then we still have the bag, which is singular, so we have to match with cost, C-O-S-T-S, cost, right? Because the main subject is singular. Next one, the team or scientist is or are preparing a report. Okay, let's ignore of scientists, that's prepositional phrase. Then we have the team to focus as the main subject. The team, singular. Okay, so obviously we have to use is. Next one. A collection of paintings was or will displayed at the museum. Okay, of paintings intervening as a prepositional phrase. So we ignore that and we have a collection. A collection, singular, so we choose W-A-S, was. Okay, one more. The dogs in the park is or are barking loudly. Everyone, remember the tips. Ignore the prepositional phrase in the park. Then we have the dogs, plural. So I think you definitely choose A-R-E-R. Okay, congratulations. Now you make it to the last one. The list of candidates needs to be reviewed. Okay, everyone, which one will you ignore? Of candidates, right? And then we have the list. Main subjects, then is singular. So you need the verb with s, needs, needs. Okay, everyone. So now let's review the lesson. Sometimes when we write sentences, we see some prepositional phrases and they can sometimes intervene in our subject-verb agreement. At that time, we have some tips to follow. You have to identify the subject by ignoring any phrases that start with a preposition and just focus on the main subject. Then you can match the verb with the main subject, okay, not with the one in the prepositional phrase. Okay, everyone, thanks for watching and see you soon. Bye bye.